Plenty of support vehicles were needed to assist, but we got most of the folks from Mildura to Mannum over the last week in a tinny.
The crew have made their 726k trip along the Murray River. Pretty good weather for it, I reckon. Let's find out a bit more with Organiser Dan Willersdorf. Hey there, Dan. How did it all go? You got everyone back to Mannum?
We did. We got 16 of the 18 boats and a bit of fixing boats on the way. We had a motor drop off on the first day into the bottom of the river.
Oh.
And so we managed to find another one for sale online, and my wife ran it out to him, and back on the boat for day 2, and off he went and made it to the end.
Extraordinary.
Yeah, so it was all happening. We had boats offloading some gear on day 1 because they were a bit heavy and couldn't get as fast as they wanted, so they were unloading their gear on the lawn and getting someone to take it to the end.
Right.
We had all sorts of characters turn up. We had a couple of guys on postie bikes drive all the way from Newcastle to Mildura and get their tinny dropped off for them. So they
people will do anything not to fly economy, you know.
Yeah. And they sold the boat at the end. So they finished, gave it a wash, and someone come in and bought it, and off it went.
Fantastic. And now this Tinny Rally is something that has happened before and will indeed happen again. In March is the next one, is that right?
Correct, yeah. This is the first one, but we'll be one in March with more people, 70 people, and we have people talking about coming back every year and bringing their kids back next time, so everyone had an amazing time, and it talks about bringing their kids back and coming again every year and making it a yearly thing.
Yeah. Well, what's it all about?
Exploring the river, really. Going down the river where not that many people go down in a tinny, and doing it in a self-supported or an unsupported way. So you carry all your fuel and supplies, and unless in the event your motor drops off, you do it fully unsupported. So
right.
And it's pretty amazing sort of stopping at a pub, and I think on Friday we had breakfast at Wakery at the bakery, and then we jumped back in the tinny and got to Morgan and went up the hill for the lunch at the pub and a beer, and got some more fuel and back in the tinny and down the river to Swanreach for the pub for dinner, and then back in the tinny and down another 30 minutes to find a beautiful campsite next to Big Ben.
Right, and under the stars. For those who may not be familiar with the stretch, how spectacular is it?
Yeah, well, the first bit downstream from Mildura is really untouched wilderness. So you're driving your tinny down the river and you basically don't see a house for 3 days. So it's pretty amazing. That was sort of the highlight of a lot of people, that wilderness section. And then towards the end, near Mannum, there is these magnificent Big Ben cliffs, which are the iconic sort of photos you see of the Murray River around, and they're 40 metres high, and they stretch for a couple of kilometres each sort of section. There's a few different sections of them. So you come around the corner and there's a couple of kilometres of cliffs, and your tinny's quite dwarfed from them, and they're quite magnificent.
Beautiful. I imagine also, you have time to have those important conversations. I'm sure you'd, have silly chats as well and have a laugh, but it'd be good to be able to get stuck into some important topics as well.
Yeah, it was quite nice to be able to. I mean, it's good for everyone's mental health to get out and have an adventure outside and get away from the stress of life, and so people will definitely get a spark and a spring in their step, and it was quite nice to see people making new friends, sitting around a campfire, and people from different parts of life just talking to each other and making new friends.
It's doubled in size, the next one in March, and if you want to be a part of it, you really can't, because the places are full. Is that right?
There's one spot left on March, yeah.
One spot. Okay.
Does that mean one boat or one person?
One boat, yeah.
One boat.
Okay.
Wow. So if you've got a tinny and this sounds like something you'd really like to do, maybe get in touch with the Tinny Rally this morning.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Indeed.
What a fabulous thing to do.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us and telling us how it all went. We were really interested in it when you first came on and spoke about it. Getting to check out this wonderful country, and all the best with the prep for March.
Yeah, thanks, Jenny. Thanks, Adam.